Alright, welcome to another video of Ether Rage. In a while. It's a holiday, so I figured I'd just do one real quick and, be on my merry way. Lots to cover. Whether or not I'll remember to cover it, that's a whole different topic. We start off with a match here. I don't remember if these matches are in order or not. I think they are, but I probably maybe skipped a couple in between because I just play now. It's kind of difficult to record. Because what started happening is that sometimes the audio, I fixed it, but the problem is I just wasn't restarting my phone as often as I used to, and I've just completely stopped restarting my phone because there's no reason to, but you really should. Just for like a computer, it does need to be restarted every now and then. But yeah, I would forget to do that, and the video would record, and there'd be no audio in the video, and it would just completely ruin my mood. And you can't get the match back; you've already played it, so that was just a waste. But anyway, I remember to do it this time. So this is the layout here. This is a team, pretty straightforward for Chaos Season. From a defensive standpoint, probably a bit overboard with the two Valleys, but I mean, Valley's a good unit. What else would you? I mean, there are other options, but she's still a good unit. I really enjoy this baby Edelgard. She is a ton of fun in Ether Raids. I've been using her heavily in Ather Season. She kills a lot of things and really, really helps me out in a ton of matchups that would probably not go my way without her. She's very versatile, and I love the extra actions. Same with this Harmonic Celica. One of the things that I've been meaning to discuss with the Harmonics is that they're just probably going to have to stop doing those because we're already at Elliewood, and the year is like not even done. So I don't know what the plan is for next year, but I don't think if they keep the same pace, we won't have any of these harmonics for next year. There's just not enough leg room unless they plan to do them all over again, or just make it a one-time thing. Once they're done, that's just it. There's no more. But they're really gonna have to slow down. I mean, same thing. Which kind of bums me out because they did the things with the Ascended heroes, and then they just completely stopped doing that. Currently, there's plenty of ways that you could potentially bring that back. Just make the value of the Ascended heroes better, stat-wise, performance-wise. Just make them better, or just give them cracked refines and remixes. There's precedent to that with Fjorm. But I don't like it when they introduce a new hero type and then just completely forget that it ever existed. I get that you want to try out new things, but
through thick and thin,
the legwork was already there, and you could have just improved upon what the units received for future iterations. You didn't have to introduce a whole new hero type just to separate the two. You could have had rearmed heroes and ascendeds be the same thing. You could have had what's the other one that we have recently? Attuned and Ascendeds be the same thing. There really was no need for them to be different. I really don't like it when they do that and separate everything and just completely forget it. But that's just ISN, their decision making. You can't really, do too much about that. They're going to do what they're going to do because, they are the makers of the game. So let's see how far that goes and how that lasts. For right now, I am enjoying some of these new units, just a few of them, not like all of them. Like I mentioned, this baby Edelgard is a ton of fun. The Harmonic Alm, I think, is fantastic as a unit. I really love what they've done with his archetype and how he performs in game, and how they try to reimagine what he does. And I love that they kept the dragon effectiveness, which is like, I look at Roy and I'm like, why is Roy not able to, do the dragon effective thing? It's this whole thing. It's Elliewood's thing. It's Roy's thing. It doesn't make any sense. But I mean, whatever. Let's just forget that that's the thing. Roy himself as a unit, I don't believe I mentioned it. Lately, he's become weirdly difficult to kill. I don't know if it's like the new partnerships that he's gotten, or if I'm just not doing the same things that I used to do. But lately, I've just been struggling with taking out Roy, even though like on release he was pretty easy to defeat. But lately he's been posing a bit of a challenge. I don't like, especially in arena. Oh my god, like having to deal with Roy in arena is just the worst. Especially if you're like not hyper invested in arena, or if you're invested into specific units that just don't do well against Roy, and you really would need like certain skills to try to figure it out. But yeah, he's a real annoying nuisance in arena. Ether raids, I mean, I try to take out everyone else around him, and then from there, you know, try to figure it out, maybe leave him for the last. The two range style on Roy does make him a lot more difficult to kill. I find that if you were to run him with the Sigurd ring, oh my god, is he a menace. Or maybe the Celica ring, just for warping. But yeah, Roy is pretty tough. Defense-wise, I haven't changed pretty much any. Well, no, I've changed my light and dark season defense. I've added Roy because of all the things that I just mentioned. He's particularly difficult to kill, and I've also added this Byleth here. I think this Fallen Byleth is the best iteration of him thus far. It just makes me feel so bad for all the other Byleths, because you just can't go back and give them what this Byleth does, even though I feel like the art style in some of the older Byleths is probably better. This Byleth is just so fantastic, and it makes me feel bad for female Byleth, the brave one as well. Ooh, I hope they do something really good for that unit, maybe something similar to what they have done with this version of Byleth, because yeah, I don't think, I love her art style, and I don't think her refine was as good as it needed to be. They definitely needed to do something a lot more for her. Wait, I guess they just didn't want to do it at the time, because clearly they had the ideas, because they're just giving us everything now. I mean, reflex, dosage, what we got with that new sheep, what was it, sleep something, relax.
Thick and thin.
That new armored skill, God. You know, one of the things that has been making Ether raids bearable, or at least for me, is just been sniping stuff with Lyn. Just because of how difficult it has been to initiate safely on units these days, with all the traps and the terrain specifically, it's made Lyn so much more valuable. And by extension, this Eliwood falls into that same boat. And I don't know if it's because, you know, this Eliwood is out and this Lyn has been such a menace for so long that they finally decided to counter those two things. But my god, reducing the damage to 1 is just a bridge too far, man. It is. They just don't know how to do half measures. They just go all the way and try to figure it out later. I am not looking forward to dealing with armored units that have those skills. Granted, we do have a ton of undefended options, especially in Astra Anima season with Elm. So, you know, that might more than likely will be the way to deal with that. But armored units are going to be really difficult to deal with all of this damage reduction that they'll be getting, especially if you were to partner that with some type of reflex assistance. You know, in terms of which armored units you're going to be seeing more of now, I don't know, but it's definitely a good option for them. It's a really good B skill. And definitely worth foddering that mythic over, because he's nothing to write home about without that B skill. But yeah, let's see how that goes, man. Alright, here we go. One more just for the road, one last one here, because I don't know when I'm going to do another one of these. So yeah, that B skill, that new armored B skill, I haven't started summoning on that banner yet. Don't even know if I really want to, because I mean, even though I get the mythic, I would need 2 of her to do the fodder thing, and I don't even know, man. I'm still trying to summon on the summer banner. At 20 out of 40 there. I'm just trying to get something because that's what I've been doing lately. I've been just using at least one of the bonus units to make my Ether raids experience bearable in terms of the mythic selection. So hopefully, I was trying to get like Alphonse just because he's a demo, but so far no luck. So like I said, 20 out of 40 whoever shows up first, that's where I'm gonna stop. There's no need to spark anyone. Granted, if I get to 30, I'm probably just gonna spark Boulder, because why not? Decent unit, decent enough. Not exactly like New Year's Boulder, who I still like. It has definitely held up. Like my initial instincts on that unit weren't wrong. That New Year's Boulder was indeed an iteration above what we currently had in the game. This Summer Boulder isn't necessarily that. She dies. She's much less bulky, and she dies a lot more often, or isn't as durable as the New Year's version. She's still a good unit, and you can still get like decent performances out of her. So if I get to 30 out of 40, I'm probably gonna spark her and call it a day. Call it a day on that banner. But yeah, hopefully I won't have to go that far in. Again, with the Elliewood here, looking at the other bonus options, I initially saw that leg yarn and what she was capable of doing with the terrain, and I was like, man, that's a really good step in the right direction. But I don't know, it's just something about her is just doesn't do it for me. Maybe it's the mobility. I mean, you can supplement that with options, but I don't enjoy using that leg yarn for whatever reason. Like Tana, I still thoroughly enjoy. Problem here on this match, I thought that I had the Celica ring on Tana because I was planning to just warp up and take out Camilla here, but I didn't realize that I didn't have the Celica ring. I had the Micaiah ring, so I had to improvise. Thankfully, this team on defense is not going to initiate on turn 1, so I had time to spare. But I had to really try to figure stuff out here on this map. Traps and all, because the spots I was planning to go up, I was not able to go up into those spots. So yeah, this one took a bit longer than it needed to, but still enjoy Tana. Granted, I don't get to use her that often because the front lines are just so bulky, and she just doesn't really survive a lot of the times these days. You do really need like undefended support with her so that she can pick and choose who she initiates into, because there's still squishy units that you can take out, but you're not really seeing those at the front of a defense line anymore. At least, I do heavily use her when she's in season, because undefended, like I said, it's like you really need that. You really, really need the undefended. Not only for the undefended, but also just to get rid of that terrain, because like I was saying about leg yarn, initially I thought she was going to be great in respect to being able to cleanse that, but yeah, she destroys the ice, but then I can't really get up there. Like I have a hard time moving her around the map, so yeah, I don't really use her very much. And then also, it's only the one attack. She doesn't have like an extra action. I think that would probably be the thing that she's missing. If I could have gotten like who's coming to mind, a unit that I really like right now, Tibarn, Fallen Tibarn. A lot of those Fallen units were really good. If Leg Yarn was a little bit more like Fallen Tibarn, maybe not the 2 actions, but at least, move and then move again, at least once, I probably would have been using her a lot more. But she has a problem where the game is hyper mobile right now, so to have a unit that can't get there on the first turn just kind of is a detriment to your team. Yes, you could give her like Heavenly Soar or whatever in her B skill to have her be more mobile in that respect, but that's fodder that you probably wouldn't really want to use on that unit. She's decently bulky, surprisingly so in terms of speed, but some of that also comes from her B skill. Why is dying here? That's so peculiar. We'll figure that out, but I don't even know what the best build is for this Alm. I'm just doing generic stuff, hoping it works out.
All I do is for the people.
But yeah, Leg Yarn, I'm still trying to figure that out. I think there's a decent unit in there, especially for like summoner duels and stuff. She seems like a really great frontliner, but for Ether Raids, probably not the right pick for me right now. In comparison to this Alm, I really love this Alm. He's really good. The Micaiah, I have been trying to figure out what to do with her. I have her on a couple of my Chaos Season teams this season, and I don't really know what to do with her. It's just another Micaiah, you know. Maybe Camilla should have been at the front. Maybe we could have gotten something a little bit more original there. But then we also have a bajillion Camilla ults, and I guess you could say the same about Micaiah. This Micaiah just feels like another version of attuned Micaiah. We already know what that unit did, and her time has come and gone. Not that, you know, she can't still do damage, but it really feels like her time has come and gone. I do like the potent support on her there. The potent support was actually really clutch on that Harmonic Micaiah. It's really, really useful. But yeah, not the biggest fan of her. I would say from that banner, the who else was on there? Micaiah and I forget who the other unit was. I guess not that great. I guess it's green, and maybe blue or colorless? No, I don't think there was anyone on colorless. So it's red, Micaiah, and Legion. Okay, those are the units. Was it really Legion on that banner? Yes, Legion was on that banner. Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, not a lot to write home about from that banner aside from what I've mentioned so far. Shout out to everyone who's still playing and enjoying the game. I probably should point that out. I mean, we've gotten to a point now where everyone's kind of trying to figure out what IS is doing. A lot of people just stop spending altogether. I've significantly cut back. Aside from the Fey Pass, which I feel like this game is unbearable without the Fey Pass. I don't know how people do it. Because, I mean, even doing something as simple as that game mode, Tempest Trials, I do still enjoy, you know, just auto-battling Tempest Trials. Something as simple as that is just, there's no point in playing it if you don't have Fey Pass. Same thing with Forging Bonds. Like, who has time to sit through that, you know? But yeah, aside from that, I'm not really spending anything on this game, which is kind of weird. I feel like nothing has value anymore, and you gotta blame IS for that. They've really ramped up their releases, so many new skills, so many new units that do ridiculous things, and it just makes the last unit that came out completely obsolete. Same can be said about this. I don't feel like there needed to be a counter to the range styles so quickly, especially the one that I say it's quickly, but then Emblem Lyn has been out for such a long time, and she's been becoming increasingly dominant. But I still don't think this was the right time to counter her, because we don't have enough things to get through all of the bulk. I get Reflex is great, and I mean, you have Camilla, but still, it's kind of not where we want to be, especially because of the Ice Terrain. Once we start getting more things to get over the Ice Terrain, and maybe something more out of this Flame Tiles. I kind of want them to do a little bit more with the Fire Terrain as well. Once we get there, then maybe maybe it would have been a good point for them to introduce something like the B skill that they've put out. But then, I mean, they sell us the problem, and then give us a solution. So maybe this B skill, maybe it means summer. CYL is around the corner. Maybe in anticipation of that, we'll be getting some really powerful nukes, because Boulder that we got last CYL was a really incredible nuke at the time. So maybe, you know, something that's what we're looking forward to. The B skill for armored units probably won't even matter by the time CYL comes around. I can't even remember who won CYL now. Oh, Sita. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Not Sita. The Tokyo Mirage System girl. She does get armor effectiveness, so that might have something to do with it. But yeah, I'm just not too thrilled about this and what it means for how difficult it will be able to kill things. Because it is really frustrating. Like, sometimes I just load into a map and I just see the units and I'm like, I don't want to deal with this. Because I already know it's going to take at least an hour to 2 hours just to try to figure out the right way to initiate and the right team to bring, and then try to traps here, terrain there, who do I attack first? It's just not worth it sometimes. And then sometimes you can go into it and just make a simple mistake and it'll all be for nothing. So yeah, sometimes I just go in and I just instantly surrender. for those reasons. So I don't know, man. This it just doesn't feel like the right time. I don't feel like we have enough to deal with it. Or maybe they're just units that I haven't, because I haven't really been, like I said, summoning for everything. I've been trying to get lucky with one unit from the banner and then moving on, which doesn't happen that often, so I do end up with quite a few of them sometimes. But for the ones that I've missed, maybe those were the really good ones. Like from the Brattle banner, I don't think I really got anyone that was good. I kind of wanted Ash just to see how she performs, but didn't happen. I think I sparked... No, I got someone early and I dipped on that banner. So yeah, that's that. GG's, man. See you in the next one.